move into some other issues, by the way, this morning on the program. Good morning, Liberia, on Voice of Liberia. We are now beaming across the country. We want to say thank you very much. Um, let's now go to the author. We're going to do this because if we don't do this, at the end of the day, you will have calls coming. We're going to do a direct call this morning. I sent you something so you can just open and let me have it. Okay, so now we're going to the author of the book, Breaking the Cycle. Breaking the Cycle is a very good book that any of you want to read this morning and onward. Joining the author of the book, let me say good morning to you and thank you for joining us this morning. Good morning, Sika. I'm glad to be here. And it feels good to have you this morning. I know the rain has been beating down and you have everyone trying to make their way somehow, some way to get things. How did you spend your weekend before we go into the book? It was a great weekend. It's really on the end. It's not on my hand for some reason. It's right at the end of our city. It's not on me yet. Okay, sounds good. It's good that you joined us this morning. We have before us here a book by the name of Breaking the Cycle, and I'm told you are the author of the book. Do you care to give us a brief history about the author of the book and also some other information we need to know about? Okay, so firstly, I know my name was mispronounced in studio. I know you for that. I am Mr. Wonder Younger, and I'm the author of Breaking the Cycle. And knowing me is to know that I come in different facets. I am a professional woman. I work with the Liberia Maritime Authority. I am the director from Mali. Other than that, I think my calling is to teach. I'm a lecturer. I lecture at Stars University. I lecture economics and math. And I'm a health and fitness coach. Everyone knows me to be the Wonder Woman. And I'm a sports fanatic. I like sports. I like health and fitness. But more than that, we're talking about this book. I'm a lover of Christ. And over the years, I've gone through some hard times. People who know me know that I used to be married, then I got divorced. Now I'm a single mom. And it's hard in Liberia going through all of those phases. I had family to back me up, but more than that, I had Christ. But in those phases of fear, anxiety, depression, what I do in my downtime is I write. And I used to write devotionals because to me, God was speaking to me. He was telling me how to behave in those times. And when his voice is loud in my head, the only way I see it through is to write it down. So I used to write down these devotionals. Nowhere in there did I think, okay, it would end up being a book or I'll share these devotionals. Because for me, letting people in on those deep parts, those parts where I struggle, was a problem for me at one point. So I just used to write it down. I know it takes 21 days devotional, but it wasn't really 21 days. There are writings in this book that can be dated to 2016, 2017, and there are writings that it's as close as 2023 before I got it published. So it may be 2016, 2023, but those are things that took me through. Those are things that helped me transform into who I am. I know everybody say, oh, she's a strong woman, she has it going, but for you to be strong, you have to have a foundation, a backbone. And for me, my foundation is Christ. And so it
was some such a backdrop that you thought to read such a book based on what you've gone through, some of the difficulties that maybe women will listen and read and also be encouraged about some of these things? Because sometimes in life, difficulties will be something where you think that you have no solutions.
Exactly. Exactly. And when you go through the book, I mean, it goes with page day one up to page 21, but those are like chapters. Each chapter talks about some different challenge we face. And I talk about the battles we go through every day. Battles, we look at battles to be, those physical things that we go through, but sometimes, most often, our battles are unseen. The things that we go through cannot just be, flesh, in the flesh. Some things are spiritual. But for us to be able to tackle those things, I was down how, for me, I tackle some of those unseen battles, because every day we're faced with different ones. And until we can realize that it takes more than ourselves, it takes way more than, how we go through life every day, how we talk to ourselves. It takes a background, it takes Christ. And because of that, right, I have so many other relationships, right? But this is the first book I published. And the reason I published this first before any other one is, for you to know me is to know how my thought process is and what I've been through and how I tackle it to be able to come out and say certain things. So every time I thought to complete and publish those other literatures, some things in it kept bringing me back to these emotions. And I thought to myself, if I publish the devotional first, then it gave readers an idea about my person, who I am. A lot of people just know me to be that workout freak or that lecturer, right? Why don't people understand that wonder gets her strength not from self, but gets her strength from this person, from Christ? And because we struggle with things that people see and they don't realize. I talk in my book how I struggle a lot with anxiety. But when you read through the book, you understand my favorite Bible verse, 1 Peter 5:7, it talks about casting all of your anxiety onto Christ, right?
I know we're going to find some time you come in studio to talk more about this. One that will be reading this book during such a period of what you've experienced, how do you think it will have a trickle-down effect in terms of having them to change from what exactly they're going through in terms of depression and some other issues? By reading the book, how do you think they will change in the process?
Okay. Um, one of the things that I talk about being still, right? When you're going through it, and some people see people acting up, right? Doing crazy stuff, and they judge people based on how they're acting when they're in a particular position. But you realize that for you to be healed is for you to stand still and listen from within. such a thing. So you continue doing the bad thing because you haven't forgiven yourself for that one bad thing you did, and you told yourself you've done already. So why can you just continue doing bad? But in that book, I talk about not just forgiving other people, but most importantly, forgiving yourself.
Okay.
Because if you can forgive yourself for the wrongs that you've done to yourself, because sometimes for people to do wrong things to you, is for you to participate in the wrong. We don't realize how much all of what we go through, we are sometimes, or not even some, but all of the time, we are participating in it, right?
Okay, so let me take you to this. I'm seeing some of the people are commenting on the live feed, and some are saying some nice words about you. If one wants to get this book, where do you think it can be sold, or is it on sale now, or the book has been launched?
Okay, the book hasn't been launched. It's on sale though. Launching in June, the third week in June. The final date will be out soon. But the book is currently on sale on Amazon. So if you're in country or out of country and you want the book, it's on Amazon. You search Breaking the Cycle. The cycle is the CY. And you search my name, and that's the Wonder. You're going to see a copy. The color of the book is turquoise. So it's a turquoise color book with pink fonts. The Breaking the Cycle. So it's on Amazon. You can get it. I know there are a few people who already bought from Amazon. They've bought that, and I have hard copies in Liberia currently.
So the hard copies are on sale.
Yeah, they're currently on sale.
Where can one get copies if they need it?
By this weekend, it will be at the Royal Hotel. You can contact me, and I will put out other places. It's going to be on sale. So there are hard copies, but I do have hard copies. So if you contact me on social media, you can get the hard copies of it.
How much is it sold for?
It's sold for $25.
Reasonable. Okay, Wanda, let me say thank you, and we'll arrange and so that you can come in studio and we can take maybe an hour to talk about this book before the launch of it. But let me say thank you, a young woman that has been, very strong through all of what you've experienced, stay standing. It says a lot. We want to say thank you to you, and we encourage other women to be like you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Thank you. We arrange you to come in studio. Thank you. Wonder is the author, and you listen to her. It is somehow emotional at times. Going through what you go through, talking about something. One thing, she did not say 45 LD or USD. She said 25 USD for the book. I have a copy of the book. Here is it for those of you watching. It's a very nice book. Here is it for those of you watching. You can see it. Breaking the Cycle. You see her name is at the top of it. And at the back of it, you see it is original. Wonder is a Liberian. I want to say thank you. But let's move on now. There are lots of things coming, Samara.
The rice issue.
This rice issue, I want to read it. Do we have the time so I can read his letter?
Just a little time.
Yes, about this rights importers issues. And this I'm going to read is about K&K Trading Corporation. I saw one of my guys. He posted this on social media. My colleague by the name of Charles Yates, and I don't know his intent. I don't want to judge. I respect him for what he's doing. But when I went through the letter and I tried to make my own analysis, and it says to me that no one want to do a business and don't have a profit. So I don't see any problem with the rice importers. that would decide today to increase the price of rice in the country, it behooves the government to do the needful. The rice issue is not just unique to Liberia. This is a global issue. The world has been faced with lots of challenges. And so, this issue about the rice is not unique to Liberia. So I see no problem about K and K, trading corporation, or I see no problem with A to Z. I see no problem with other people, that will choose to increase the price of rice. But let me say to you how it works. There where you have a responsible government to do the responsible thing, these things you go for negotiations. The rice importers will not want to, sell without,
Benefiting. So
getting profit
yeah.
at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, for what we followed in past administrations, what they will do, they will sit on the table, tell the rice importers that, okay, it is true that this is it, but this is what we can do. We allow you to come in with the rice, the taxes will reduce the taxes so as to fit in the where you need not to increase
Yeah.
the price of the rice. But unless this government has failed to do. This government wants the people not to increase the prices, but she's also now willing to do the needful. In a sense, you say that the rice importers should not increase the price of rice. Fair enough. So what is the government doing so as to help?
That is it. What is the government doing? Because the people won't be doing business if
Because
they
you
can have their profit.
so I don't see anything wrong. Let me read you the letter. So for those, we said it, things will get difficult in this country by the minute, day by day, months after months, years as you count them on. Yet is the letter, and they were addressing this letter to the Minister of Commerce, and it says K&K Trading Corporation. Subject of this letter, it says an urgent request to increase rice prices as promised. So it says to you that there were a series of other discussions, but the government has failed to do the needful, in a sense that, you know what, our people, okay, Wonder herself, she's also, yes, so there she'll give you the needful information on the side. Now, our people, imagine I didn't share the live at all. But anyway, our people to say, okay, you know what, our people will not be able to go through, purchasing these things at that, amount. What it says, we will reduce some of the charges on importers. Sometime maybe if you bring in the rice, you need to pay $5. We say instead of us taking the $5, we allow you to pay $4. So you reduce the taxes or whatsoever charges. It covers the expenses of those of the importers as to fit in the process of them importing rice. Another time they say, oh, the people should invest in local, rice production. When you talk about, investing in the local rice production, it is not all, urgent something. It takes time. When will a farmer go on the farm? He's going to plant the rice.
Wait
It
for
takes
harvesting
months,
time.
all of that.
Yes.
So we're talking about the urgency. We're talking about what's unfolding now. How can we address the current issue on hand? You can tell me, say, you need to invest in rice production, which is fair enough, but how long will it take us to reach a point to say, okay, we are self-sufficient or self-independent in a sense that we can produce rice by ourselves?
It takes a lot of time.
It takes time. It is not a month.
A lot.
It is not 2 months. It is not 3 months. It takes time. So that aspect of us saying that, okay, we need to invest is a long-term goal. But we're talking about a short-term goal. Quick impact project. The government should be able to negotiate with the rice importers and stop politicizing it and allowing people to be posting or maybe saying things about the rice importers as if to say the rice importers are trying to do something bad. No. No one will do anything not for profit. Everything you do is for profit.
Oh yeah.
So now the Ministry of Commerce or all the government ministries and agencies that are involved, what they should be doing by now is to have the conclusion, reduce the taxes on the people. The past government did it. So as to get, and mind you, I'm told, I might not be 100%, that Liberia is the only country that sold rice at that price. It means they're selling rice cheap. Fair enough. It is our staple food.
Oh yeah.
Unlike other countries, they don't depend 100% on rice.
Yeah, it's the Nigerians you're sitting with that yam and all of these things.
You know, you go to Guinea,
Yeah.
they've got some other things. You go to Sierra Leone, they've got other foods that they usually eat. But as for we Liberians, our staple food is only rice. So what it says to you, it is something, mind you, this country has a history of going to war for rice.
Yes, the rest riot.
So you don't want to play with it. But I'm saying this to you. The government will be very careless in handling this issue. Because the importers will not sit and say they will allow the rice price to be high on the world market, and then they come back and say they will go and sell the rest to satisfy the government, and at the end of the day
They
will
cannot
now
get anything for
maximize
themselves.
profit. The importers are to maximize profit. So this thing about KK writing or the minister or whosoever, there's nothing wrong in it. KK did not do anything wrong. All the rice importers, I don't know them, but we need to say the truth. If the government fails to do the needful, the people will increase the prices of rice and they'll be right. It will just tell you how the government is weak. Because any government that cares about her people,
Yeah, it seems like
any government that cares about her people, what she will do, she will not sit and allow the rice price to go up.
yeah, because
You get things, in fact, the government herself can say, we'll put this, the past government did it. It came a time, even though Mao did and other people, they stole that money, they did not pay that money, or they did not do the right thing they needed to do, and the past government is owing importers of rice because Mao Diggs and other people, they stole the money. But the government should be able to say, no, we can sit here and you increase the price, but what we're going to do is, maybe the government going to give you certain percentage, or the government going to do this at certain levels, so as to aid those of the rice importers. Let it be fair, man. You get kind, you say, you know what, so let me read the letter. But I'm just trying to say to you that there's nothing wrong in this letter. K&K did not do, K&K Trading Corporation did not do anything wrong. K&K did not do anything wrong. All other rice importers, they didn't do anything wrong. If if any of us could be rice importers, you think China that is supplying us, India that is supplying us, the rice price there is in demand, and it is scaling down as to how much they send out. You got the Russia, Ukraine, war that is affecting the whole world. You have all these things into play. It says, subject, urgent request to increase rice prices as promised. We are writing following our meeting with you on February 15th. So you see, the people had a meeting with the Minister of Commerce, 2024. During our discussion, you graciously assured us of an impending increase in rice prices. So you see, the people agree, the Ministry of Commerce agree, according to this letter, slated for implementation in the month of May. We greatly appreciated your attention to this matter and the consideration extended to our customers or to our concerns. Sorry, the writings are blurred, so I'm trying to get it right. However, we must bring to your attention the urgent circumstances we are currently faced. As you may recall, we mentioned during our meeting the current. As you may recall, we mentioned during our meeting the arrival of our vessel. Then they put a vessel there carrying 34,000 metric tons of Indian parboiled rice on April 21, which is currently uploading at the port of Monrovia. Regrettably, due to the price hike for rice from
origin country
and other operational challenges, we ourselves in a position where we are selling the rice as a significant loss. Nobody want to do it. So the situation is indeed dying, and the continuous sale of rice at the current prices poses the risk of incurring substantial losses for us. You see, so because I can see the letter good. So in short, the people are trying to say, and you're right. They've had a couple of meetings with the Minister of Commerce and folks within said area to see reason to address it, but they've not been able to do it. And you don't allow the rice importers to sell, and at the end of the day, they cannot, maximize profit. They're not selling for the government. They're not government institution. It is not government that gave them the money to do it. They are all private business people, and so they are right. The rice importers are right. The rice importers. So now it says to you how careless the government is. Because if the government is not careless, or the Ministry of Commerce is as serious as the way they should be, you listen to the people, they've got some charges. The people came to the free port, you charge them to pay on everything. They pay. Then you come back and tell the people, say, oh, they should reduce the prices. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. They need to maximize profit. So at the end of the day, fellow Liberians, you don't blame the rice importers, but you blame the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Commerce that should be able to handle this issue. And mind you, they will sit there and the rice price will increase. And the rice importers are right. No one should blame K&K, a trading corporation. No one should blame K&K. No one should blame all the rice importers. They've done nothing wrong. It is the government that has done something wrong, because the government doesn't want to seek the plight of the people of this country. Because if the government wants to seek the plight of the people of this country, they won't sit there and allow this thing. They've been in conversation. You listen to the letter. portion of the letter. They said they've been in conversation. So why is it the government has not been able to put in place measure to have addressed this issue so that we should not experience the increase in it? But mind you, they did the same thing with the gasoline. They will do the same thing with the rice.
Oh yeah.
They will increase it. Trust me, this government will sit there and they will increase the rice price.
Dad, I don't know why the president will come about and give an executive order, right? Because he did that on rice, on the price of rice. He gave an executive order of 121 saying that rice price should be decreased, right? It shouldn't be increased. But at the end of the day, we are seeing that people are still selling rice the same amount.
Listen, the president, that's the thing I said the other time. The president will continue to make a lot of mistakes. Because what I understand, the president, you know, when you are a president, you have, you know, well-trained and educated people in different fields that will advise you on some of the issues when it comes about. But the president has no good advisors. The president should have someone that will advise him, an economic advisor that will advise him to say, Mr. President, you cannot just give an executive order telling the people that to increase the price, but we also need to think about how they are buying the rice. How can we put in place measures when we are telling them not to increase the price, but this is what we need to do. So at the end of the day, they will increase the price, and the government itself will do the needful so as to have them to carry out the sales.
Yeah.
So the people will not lose at a certain level. The government also will also achieve, because if the rice price increase or it increases to a certain level, it is the government, it shows the government inability to provide the environment so that the citizens will not experience such.
Yeah. Of course.
So that whole thing about the president coming out with an executive order is just a big bluff. It's just a big bluff, because there's nothing about it. It's as useless as anything. Honestly.
You just do these things without implementation.
Yes. You know, let me tell you this. I've observed this thing in Liberia. I don't know whether it happens in other countries, but I know it don't happen. In this country, not only this president, but all other presidents I've seen here of in this recent age and time, when they say things, I think they say it for themselves. Let me say to you, that's the reason why at times people always guard the president of speaking. Whenever the president says anything, it's a law, and it should be implemented.
Of course, it should.
So at least to talk about the president giving an executive order. So how did the president reach a point to give an executive order?
Yes.
So he just woke up one so morning because he president decided to give an executive order. So it says to you that the president is not in control. He doesn't know what's happening in the country. He just signs some people because he needs to sign. Because I cannot be a president and sign and give an executive order on a right when I'm not being able to do the needful. So like I said, it's as useless as anything. Let's go to the lines and take some of your calls. We come back, we talk about the police.
Yes, just
Can
few
you imagine
calls.
Gregory Coleman is telling the government is brave enough and say he wants to credit? how it sounds to you, Liberians. But let's go to the lines and talk about the rest issue. Do not blame any of the rest importers though. The rest importers, they've done nothing wrong. It is the government that is doing something wrong to the people and also to us as citizens. 07709079070 07709079070 And what's the line for those of the people in Bangabong County?
That is 0779-003-835, 0779-003-835.
Let me take this call here. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, sir.
good morning and good morning to my sister and to one of the journey. This is first thing over there, 3:30 from this weekend.
Okay, Austin, go ahead, my brother.
So, which is somebody, when you see these things, it's sometimes breakthrough and stuff happen for ultimate, and in total control of everything to lose, just few months to lose focus in direction, in anything, it's what is happening. So, they ask the people to do all the necessary things, but then they are telling the people not to increase the respect. Does it make sense? Also, the people are not paying the rest for what they're doing, they buy a shit coming. I say coming to Nigeria for what to eat. People, sometimes when you want to show, there's Nigerians are very energized to listen to people. It brings everything on the table with information and facts. And I want to commend you and appreciate you and your sister in studio. Now, people do have to for you, I got to go and hear this. Will reward you people. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let me take this person here. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
And let me say good morning to the full. My name is Martin Spoke, and I come from GPO.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Those in power, the power will lie. When opposition, when two friends to globally, they said it was only Liberia, those things are happening because they wanted to come to power. So there they are there. You don't want to allow the people to stay there and waiting to them get profit, because when that happens, the people will get mad at them. Then they will rescue the country, they will monitor, everything will be used. But that is where the right happening. So then nobody can be being without profit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Here is find out since this government they tell I usually wake up on Facebook. Then we have never seen it. And the president, the very power wants to get around it. Because who they do around it. Because they are not ready. That's why I'm saying the sitting here in the people make their time from sitting. And maybe you rest. The people are sitting there and sit down for the thing. We just need to get the everyone. You don't need. You have to hear it. So you find it. You better be someone. That's why you're not going to the rest room. So you sit there. You don't want to follow the process. You don't want to get the government like this. The government to see that they're all a position. Then you sit there. You are ready there. Don't come to town to the best people. You are competent. You are the you have to show people. You have to show people. Don't believe that. Let us tell the people that is there. And the best of that is called record. Because when the opposition, the devil will say, but let me tell you that this government is government. And no one will be that way and we take qualify.
Thank you. This person. Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
One good thing I know that when people are coming about it, they want everything in the high degree. So this is the experience that I'm working for. When I sit here and be shitty play, when I should not look at your FBI, I was surprised yesterday hearing on Facebook saying this respect as woman and the past for very report. You telling me? And what you trying to tell me? You see, I shit the guy that they're stuck here over there, but it's set here and everything and the other government was here, you said it's not for. And so they respect claiming you don't want to go in the place to negotiate, then you won't blame it, the fine government. You see how this great for this one. We're going to talk about more come. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Morning.
Good morning, how are you doing, my brother?
Good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you for the show this morning. This is the Total Podcast Professor SYP calling you from Kataka, Akili County. My brother, thank you for the show this morning. The government coming in like good tool that we are going to do all the things. And when I state to look at the opportunities, so we need to do the different thing because the government in our country is personally instead of country or not doing it wrong. No government need that to develop the country with all that time. So I'm not saying we should get a 2-3 years. No, they have in 100 data They are going to kill water to one this on the issue. Kill that water to one. When you feel all in that, we will take their feet down stronger.
Thank you.
God bless the king. So we are and God bless them all.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Sabra.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Are we live?
Yeah, I'm going to stop the Yabba. I come from Bala City, Pong County.
Are we live in Bangal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we want to say thank you to the team. And Samira, to the point, the issue about this rice importers, I think the people are right as the CEO already posted it. Because you can't be having a government who is unserious in tackling issues. The rice importers said that this thing is a global thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then I read some online saying that the current minister saying that people should reduce the price of bread because it's political commodity. And
I had the people to reduce it.
There are some things they need to put to place for the bread price to be stable. But they don't want to do it. But they are setting that recklessly. They want to hijack the people to put a rest prices there like that. It happened in the past. When we all said this thing is a global issue, people turning to be a politics hard. We have administration were imposing hardship on the Nigerian people. This is it now. You see, now rest price, and we've been order to 3,005. So we'll be buying rent like 4,000 in recent days. So we are asking them, you understand? You have to talk to the importers. You have to put some mechanism into places that this red price will not escalate. Thank you very much this morning.
Okay, thank you. Seems like the commerce minister, doesn't even know his job. But you saying that political,
yeah. People should not do so because of political. What if people got to do it?
So let me take this one.
Yeah, so
good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, and Dallas Pickles.
Yes.
From
Senator.
Yeah, because we're calling from Bala.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'll let the appreciate you and the presentation. Thank you so much. Yeah, there why we've been here.
Okay, so we on executive. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so.
Oh, I think now all you got to say. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Please walk away from a monitor. Where do you join us from? Your name?
My name is Jesse Wan from Bala.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You know the people, the United Party people, they said that when they were reading President Biafra, they feel that only they want evil can wear a green. The only evil that they playing when they were opposition, that it was more than they were here inciting marketing and business people and give President Biafra today that one get out rich.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Charlie, you left the line. Okay, Charlie.
Is going up. They say in their own evil home there.
Okay. Thank you.
Let me take this call. He's a Liberian journalist, Charles. Yes, he was the one that did a post, and he posted a letter from K&K. Charles, morning.
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning to the people of Liberia. I've been following the show this morning, and I would just like to give some information about this entire race situation. We broke the news about this thing last week, and so we don't want to pinpoint this or this situation because it's a national concern, and also it's a national security issue. The people of Liberia need to know the fact surrounding this situation, and we have to find a way to see how best we can handle this matter. This is a global situation. The Indian government has increased tariff on the exportation of rice from India because of this situation in the Middle East. No vessel are using the Red Sea and the Suez Canal. So for vessels to come to Africa, they have to use a very long route. They have to use a very long route. And that is causing transportation increase in the shipping industry. So there are other challenges that have led to this. Also, what the importers are requesting now is for the Liberian government to increase the sales of rice. That is from $17.50 to $20.
$20, which is very high for the Liberian people. Very hard for the Liberians.
The government refused on this. The government met and they have a heated argument on this. The government said they do not accept that $20 increment because, trust me, when you come to harsh economic reality on the ground table, nobody can afford that price.
Charles, it's so good that you call. So the government refusing to play or maybe give into what the people, are requesting. What is the government own way of at least being very reasonable to as well? Because mind you, when the vessels come, the people will need to pay taxes.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. They don't want to do business at the loss.
Yes.
Somebody wants to do business at the loss. So the government do the best way for this. It should be a win-win situation.
Thank you.
Instead, the government suggesting that the guys should sell the rest for $18.50 instead of $20.
It is still going to be a difficult thing for the Liberian people. Charles, life is becoming difficult on a daily basis in this country.
I agree, but there's still a two-way street. We either have the rest on the market or we don't have the rest at all. So now, if the Liberian government refuses to accept this, what will happen if the importer will refuse to accept the rest? And then there will be rest something. That will be the West that we don't want to experience.
In past government, Charles, what I know of, and we all were around, very good subsidies, and sometimes they reduce some taxes and give some leverage to the rest importers. Why do you think this government will not do it, or why is it they are not doing it? And it is your government, though.
What the government have all those suggested and they refuse to do is to give subsidy. The government said that it's still giving the subsidy to the importers. They are not going to give them the 9 million or the 22 million to the local farmers to produce rice in.
And that's a long-term goal.
Yeah, but it's more secure, it's more beneficial to the country than import. And rice is our stable food. So what should we be depending on people to supply our stable food? That is not what deal. Like God have reached a state that where we should be producing rice.
So are you saying now? Are you saying?
Until they only people to be bringing rice for us, and then no rice, then we be waiting for India to give us rice.
So Charlie, are you saying it will be prudent, looking at how things are difficult in this country, for the rice price to increase to $18 plus or $20, and then we sit and say because we're gonna be producing rice? But we said it. But other countries are addressing theirs.
Okay, and no way the government to intervene to mitigate this thing. Maybe you provide them the subsidies, then start investing in the future to do rice production. Because like you said, I agree. To do farming now, it will take maybe 2 or 3 years because having sufficient rice locally producing abroad. And in the period of that, the people will be agitating, they'll be cheap because people now can I afford. And what the government also suggested to the importers, they tell them to bring in varieties of rice. So people are option. They're not going to be on the rest of India that is going to start.
It depends, Charlie. It depends. You and I know there are problems in getting all these things to the country. Like you mentioned, there are some other areas ships are not using. So why, if they are not able to get the rights from all the other areas?
That's rest that the people are talking about. It is a particular grade of rice, not all the rice. That will get the spirit. That people know. There's an Indian parboiled rice. Yeah, that is the Indian parboiled rice that is very high. Not all the rest they found in Liberia.
And I can remember, Charlie, before I let you go, when this issue about rice thing, certain time came during the CDC government, they came up with, I think, certain rice, they said pro rice. Isn't it so?
Yeah.
Have a solution. Proper rescue is not the law you went off the market, right? Government the rest still simple it is a cartel.
So
when the government somebody take the million now, you cannot be rescued like we don't want to go black you. The importer will black you, you have to go through that way. The whole rescue is a cartel. The best solution to this is that we should invest in the local production in this country. And I think the Liberia government should start taking in that direction.
Okay, Charlie, thank you very much. And let me say thank you to Charlie. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes.
And good morning to all the people of Liberia. This is Isaac, first because of you.
Isaac, I beg you, we'll take you today, but this is not a line for, yeah, go ahead.
your child is saying that we should not play this issue on the right to politics.
No, it is his own. He has his own right to say what he wants to say. Go to the point, sir.
Yeah, and I'm respecting for that because he's a big brother.
Go to the point, my man. The man should not be center of discussion, though.
So it is a wrong thing that when we told people at the time that this issue about the right about commodity around the world was a global issue. Yes, it's included. It was a global issue. And then typical people in this country did that sit and then decided not to listen.
Oh, he left the line. Hello?
Good morning, Sego. Please, I want to follow you. So this is your official impaired regular call on the show. Yeah, please help me with alternative line, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Edward card. The visual impaired card that you put in Pagasi to the spire to develop what you can be practicing. You know, Sego, that one will always say. Voice of Liberia and other radio stations are standing there for the Liberian people and also helping this puppet government. Then what the issue didn't come out, they will come to say that you guys are putting the citizen against it. What require of a government? If you know that you can do a business with all profit, you do your business and get profit. The people are saying to you, now carry it to $20. You are saying $18.50. Can you sit around the table and found the other money and give it to them? Insulted you?
They want to eat another free money again to say they want to put 9 million in rest farming. When will it be a big event?
They say drive groceries. They go in our local or saying drive groceries. But what are we going to be eating waiting for the drive door? You are not even started anything that show they can farm. There is no country in Liberia that even able to produce or rent are able to supply a particular country. The one can we do it? Except the $18.50, the other $1.50.
But why did you even allow it to go now? And listen, at the current right price, Liberians are finding it difficult to even buy a bag of rice. Then you tell people to go increase it to 18, the government to do the needful. And if the right price goes up, we'll call for national protest in
The
this
people are
country.
saying that they want $20 USD for the rice.
We saw this thing here. So all kinds of connection with people in the Western world. They are still up there in North. People, they want to buy bag of rice in the US now. They should be $70 US. Because some of the last one, it was last $8. Everything is kind of they said, George, we are not capable. You are left what I didn't know presidency, I didn't know governance. I can't come back to the problem.
Okay, the calls are morning.
Good morning, guys. Sorry for disturbing you. This is Emmanuel Virginia, and I'm not informed of Carwell.
Emmanuel.
Yes. You know, the Labrador in any house. For me, trust me, anything program wants to do, the Labrador people for this trouble what they said. You will be just like, the people will get this plan and the woman here, they want to do nothing. We told them say that the woman is there, and the woman is one. So if you just won't get arrested for the part out there.
Yeah, the government, let me take one of the government spokesperson, Daniel Sander from the Ministry of Information. Daniel, morning.
Morning, Mr. Sekou Sharif.
Welcome, my friend. Minister, morning.
Sekou.
Morning, Minister.
Protest.
Eh.
You will sit behind your microphone, the government protect your rights.
But you people are under obligation to protect every citizen right. So that one there, that issue. We're talking about the rice issue, the rice crisis that hangs over this country.
I just want to set the record straight. There will be no nationwide protest.
There will be a protest when the government fails to do the needful and wants to increase the price of rice for the Liberian people.
And I see that there's an attempt by you and your callers to make it seem that the government is not on top of the situation.
Sure, it is.
That is giving rise to by global phenomenon. The first thing there is that anybody who thinks that no making increment in the price of rice is a making of the government, that person has to rethink again.
Daniel, let's speak about the current government. You are the government now. So when we're talking about the past, there it says that you don't know what you want to do. No, I just want to also checkmate you and so you can go to the real issue.
When you have an official government calling me to your show, just give me the time to say what I want to say. Because there are people.
But Daniel, in as much you are calling, it does not in any way say that we just sit and allow you flow. We should be able to ask you and checkmate and also.
Let me conclude with my logic. Then you can go to question.
No, Daniel, you don't tell us how to do the interview here. You know, many times you've appeared on this radio, we've called you, we don't just sit and allow you talk. Is that because you minister there?
What I'm saying to you is that you cannot make such a comparison because this government, as today, we announced that the Minister of Commerce had concluded his meeting with the importers, and the Minister is having a special press conference at 12 o'clock to speak to the nation. To get the government position.
Did you see the one of the rice importers letter?
I don't know what you're talking about, Sibu.
Okay, so let me let you know. So you said we are speaking as if to say the government is not on top of a game. And I just asked you, you say you don't know. So it suggests and say clearly that the government is not aware of what's going on. Do you agree to that? Because I just asked you, you say you don't know.
Sibu, that's for reason. You said, have you seen one of the importer letter? I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but then you say, okay, let us go to it. Daniel, I will allow you to let the people know exactly because whatever we're saying, the listeners are the ones. One of the rice importers is saying that due to the difficulties, all of the engagements the people have had with the government, particularly the ministry, particularly the Ministry of Commerce, they're not being able to do the needful. And so at the end of the day, it is necessary for them to increase it. K&K, you listen to us reading the letter. I said K&K Trading Corporation. They didn't speak for the government, they spoke as a rice importer, like all other rice importers who do.
We encourage our citizens to listen to what the government will say to them. Not one K&K letter that's actually listen to that.
Oh, you call the man one K&K?
Yeah.
What you got it from?
Daniel, my man. Okay, so Daniel, you are one of the official spokesmen. Oh, watch and see. Daniel, you are one of the government spokespersons. Hello, Daniel, listen to me. Listen. Daniel, you are one of the government spokesperson. Can you tell the Liberian people what the government has done as to address this issue? Because this is something that Liberia has experienced or civil war for. And if this is...
If you're listening to me, you're not asking that question. I just told you the government is speaking my tongue like today.
Oh, but then so you just called to tell us that the government is speaking? Daniel.
I called also tell you that there will be
Nobody's saying that there will be protests. Nobody's saying there will be protests.
Wait now, brother, listen. Brother, you just called to tell us that the government is speaking that the information you get.
I want to also tell you that there will be no protest in this country.
You don't determine whether protest will come or not.
The population is far smarter than what you say.
You see people are coming to and they say, y'all leave Daniel. When y'all tell us to come out, we'll come out.
The far smarter, so I will follow you.
Nobody's saying that they will just do a protest.
So listen, when the Liberian people feel what's going on, we don't need to tell them to come out. They know what they're going through, and that is it. But let me say this before I go back to the line. So we'll talk about great issue. If we can also extend the show up to 11 o'clock, we'll do it this morning because it's very important. Let me say this to you people, and it's so good that our radio station cuts across the country. If the government fails to address the issue about the rice, do not sit there and allow anyone to come and tell you that. We know it is a global issue. Other countries are addressing it aggressively. There are many options. There are many other ways that the government can address this issue without allowing the rice importers to increase the right prices in the country. Any other attempt on the part of the government to allow the rice importers to even add or down, then it says to you that the government is insensitive to the plight of the Liberian people, and it will call for an urgent request by the Liberian people to the government. Listen, even at the current price of rice in the country, Liberians barely afford to get it. What much more will you say they are carrying the rice price to $18, to $19, to $20?
$20.
Yes, I'm just saying it. So here are the things that the government will do. Subsidize the whole thing. That thing where they say, oh, the government wants to, do this production of rice is another bluff, another attempt for a few individuals to enrich themselves at the detriment of the Liberian people. It will not work. You're talking about us living in a current condition, then you say you're going to do rice production.
It won't be.
Do you know how many months, how many years will it take to do a rice production? So if you know that you want to do that, subsidize this that's ongoing now, and you can do the other one for the number of years so as to address the current issues on hand.
Certainly.
And from the letter I read, and from what I'm getting, it says that most of the rice importers, they've engaged the government over and again, but because of the carelessness of the government, they fail to do the needful. You allow the people rice to come in the country. You tell them to pay all the taxes. You're not waiting to subsidize the thing, but you want the people to come and sell at your own rate. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And if that continues for the government in the shortest possible time, the government has not even been able to go a year, will be able to carry the rice price up. Then it says that the government is insensitive and the government doesn't care about the well-being of the people, because that should be the least of all. So you say you will do this, you will do that. The least thing that the rice is a global issue, yes. But other countries are addressing it. Mm-hmm. Other countries are doing all they can to address the issue. So what is it you're going to do? To come and tell us, oh, we're going to invest in rice production is another means to make individuals rich. Like I said, it's as useless as anything. Or someone will come and say, you know what? We'll increase the rice price. No jobs in this country. Companies are closing down. You don't have people working. The private sector is empty as anything. Where do you expect Liberians to get money from? To go and purchase rice at that price. $18, $19.50, $18.50, $20.
Because the particular letter said $20.
Yes. Where are we heading? Where? Let the government do the needful, or else the citizens themselves will need to express themselves in a way that the government will do the needful. Because this is total, rice, you don't compare like other places. Other places, they've got different type of food that people eat.
Yeah, so
but in Liberia, it is our staple food. Mm-hmm. Our Liberian men don't get Liberian men rice. And you say, oh, you what? Like we usually carry out this joke. You get our brothers from Grand Bassel, they believe in their, fufu, Domo, Kima, other places, and all just like that, But Liberian men, we all know, say you not get a man rice. The man, if he doesn't eat rice a day,
you eat all the small things. Eat cassava, eat yam. At the end of the day, they'll tell you that I eat yet.
So the government, let me say to you, you're listening to one of the ministers from the Ministry of Information, Daniel Sanders said the government will speak today. there are things that the government should see. If they don't do it, it says to you Liberians, it is time to say, because let me tell you something, I said it all the time, and let me say it again. If we continue to sit and allow this government to do the wrong things and we don't stand up, they will even come at your doorstep and do something to you because you've not been able to stand against some of the ill, some of the things they've done, not in the interest of the Liberian people. This resting is something that we need to handle with two hands. We are waiting to hear them. But what I'm saying to you, from what I've gathered, even from the Ministry of Commerce, is they're saying that the people should not increase the rest price, but they're not willing to do anything. And the people saying too, if they can increase the rest price, they will not sell the rest. Who's going to feel it? It is not the Minister of Commerce. It is not people like Daniel Sino.
It's the
it is not Joe Walker. It is the common people.
Yeah.
Common people in this country. People that don't have their family members in government. People that would need to, they barely afford to buy even one cup of rice. I'm told somebody was telling me in some part of Liberia they are selling rice cup now at the rate of $7,500 a cup of rice.
Yeah.
A cup of rice is being sold for $100 Liberian dollars under this government. A cup of rice. Can you imagine? So in some part of Liberia, they are purchasing rice cup for $100 Liberian dollars. So if the price of rice increases, then you know what happens?
150.
150, 175 for a cup of rice.
Those who cannot afford to buy the bag
You
right
think
away,
that every Liberians can afford to buy the bag of rice? No.
buy the cup.
There are people that don't afford. Some people in fact to even buy the 10 cups is difficult.
Yeah.
Sometimes they buy, I can remember coming up in a community, they will buy the rice and they make the soup plenty. So that it can they say the stomach, the soup will fill some of the areas, right? So people even to buy the 1 cup of rice is difficult at the rate of $100. Imagine we are buying rice cup $100 in this country under this government. As if to say that is not enough. They say yes, they'll increase it. This is what they're doing. As if to say purchase or those of the people that are buying the rice for $100 Liberian is not enough. The government is saying, yeah, rice importers, y'all carry the rice price up. We the one leading our people. They're not the one leading us. Anything we do that it will accept. But let me tell you something. Maybe some of you forgot it. The issue about rice, you don't play with it. If the government tries to play with the rice issue, history will need to repeat itself so that we will need to stand against it because the Liberian people don't have it. We're speaking for the Liberian people, they don't have it. Liberians will not go to that extent if the government will fail. Nobody can say, we're negotiating with the people and the people will just put $1 or $2. No! Even the $17 plus is difficult for people to afford. Subsidize the entire thing. If you want to make a refund, go do it at the appropriate time. You think you can do it. But you think the rest importers will not sell for profit? They will sell for profit. And if even me are selling rest, I will do it the same way. You see the difficulties they are going through to bring rest. Let's take 5 calls. They will transition to Gregory Como issue where he said the government should get in your own credit. That government will run in here or what is happening. One police inspector will come say the other government credit me.
We have a song for them this morning.
Yes, we'll play that song.
Yes, don't forget to play the cash giveaway. We are generating winners. All you have to do is *799# and put in number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Let's generate 10 winners on this morning broadcast. Yes, so continue to play. We are generating winners. Let me see as to how many persons have won the cash giveaway already, so that we will call them too, but not now. But all you have to do is continue to dial *791# and press number 8 for Voice of Liberia. Continue to play the cash giveaway as you'll be able to have some money in your wallet. All you will use is 70 cents or 100 Liberian dollars. That's
Okay. So let's go to the lines and take 5 calls on 0770907907, 0770907907. You know.
yes.
Yeah,
Let's take
somebody said it didn't
calls.
happen 1970. Now we repeat itself. But yeah, my brother.
But yeah,
We get that Joe Buchanan can be making out a low level say we know what we're doing.
yeah, we have one winner now. So let's go for 9 more winners.
Morning.
Morning to the folks who are listening across the country. When we say kill, and the point is one of the last you can straight to. So let me commend you for the power of the government. But I want to assure you that it is guaranteed on the Constitution of Liberia to people that sample.
Oh, but the police inspector general say you're not allowed people to assemble.
Is that?
The man said before he said you're not allowed people to assemble. Is it a recklessness or?
What the Constitution does permit is demonstration and people trying to, restore the peace process. But on our Constitution, people have the right to prefer example the petition as government. And there's a responsible government that is willing, to accept those who are put them in a peaceful manner. Looking for anything to the nation, let's appreciate you for coming out, taking the privilege.
Mommy, go to the point and start talking all that money. You get 1 million.
Yeah, so let me say this. The minister said, those are global issues. And agriculture expert who understand the issue of agriculture.
You agricultural expert?
Of course,
Okay, sir. Thank you. Today I know now.
I also about, because the government managed the FPMC at the time, the laboratory corporation, when they are kind of called the brand basket. So it's not a brand that we need to have. Agriculture all years a general and festival, that's the way to achieve. But let me say that I'm not in short term. The difference is a global issue. And what the government, the responsible government will do, this is exactly what this government is doing, is to engage the public in talk about happiness.
But the public already know they've started feeling what's going on. You don't need to tell them. Thank you, Hussein. Let me take another person, Hussein.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Morning. Morning. Yes, sir. Idrissa, go ahead. No, man. Don't call the man one down. That's under the man's a minister. Let's respect him for his position, please. No, that man did that man. That man not get power to stop protest. Be the man. Okay, thank you. We're going to take 2 more calls. Good morning.
Good morning, people.
Yeah.
I'm the CEO of my day. Yeah. You see, the way the government proceeded, we're not going to say that. I'm standing to talk about another.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know where are we heading. Because every day, when the other person goes up, on Japanese president is the red president. When it's from the other president, it's the other president. Where are we heading? We're not almost saying in the government how they are proceeding in the country. Because everything, even the red president, the minister was talking about it, they make it to appear, we have the king as we are carrying the red president up. But now, before they come out to say that the group, then anyway, somebody is Ali, then I bet they want to get something for them. Then to eat, you want to have a table food.
Okay, thank you. This person here. Morning.
Good morning, Jack. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, good morning.
And Joseph Raymond, I join you on Broadway this morning.
Yeah, Joseph, go ahead.
Thank you. You know, our president over there, the rescue team, closed Senator James Barney from the NPPN that broke away from the coalition. You know, let us spade a spade. If your father is doing the wrong thing in the house, you must grab, erect the checkpoint, tell him this is wrong, father. That way for him to say sorry or correct the mistake. You know, it's a serious problem. The current cycle, we're facing problems here.
Yeah.
The current our children cannot eat veggie, cassava, potato, if they are not eating anything alike. They will wake up because it's our people. We expect that this particular rescue in government to work to reduce because 25% never want to hear. We don't want to hear anything like about 10%, about 25%.
Oh, that it can tell. The government can increase the rest price.
I supported them from the coalition. I supported them. I've never supported them to ask. Just because they ask politics when it comes to the rest issue, me and myself, I'm going to draw my line very fast.
You don't need to start doing that. Okay, let me take this person. Hello.
Yeah, good morning. One of the brothers, our own CEO, good morning, Secretary, and also our dear sister this morning. This is the People's Governor, the Governor for District 110. And I'm so Isaac and I join for my comfort district. You know, it's so sad, you know, the honorable minister, they are a good friend of mine from our young days on the board.
Brother, they may not see you. Let's go to the point. You have discussed the issue. We should not be attacking.
To the issue was shared here this morning with my young brother spoke. You know, the issue about the rest.
But you be crying every day.
No, when you see us sharing here, it's not for ourselves, but for our people, because we represent our people. I've been on the chairman on this board. We know, but I will arrest the other time for 18 hours. The president discussing maybe that 90 or 20 we go into a possibly dead the future for 18 hours.
Wow.
And then when you get argument, the 20 hours, you know, like if you want it, they want it. But when you come in, they want it, they want it higher.
Yes.
Brother is saying that no way for people to express that. And we were there when we used to listen to him on Spoon FM. When he used to be supporting the protest business, when they say, there's a way to channel your people. You listen for it today, no matter how you got to be careful. Yes, will remember you can't what you do for tomorrow. You cannot be careful. The guy is saying that nobody can get us here. Nobody just to them one of the government. Their protest is not that's only.
I beg you, man. They want to offer bluff. When the Liberia-VOL red come out, they want to do it.
Let's put going over, especially when you as young people, to be speaking on behalf of the common people like the way you're taking it back that brought the rescue to be.
If the people carry the rest press up, we will have a national convergence.
He said he wants to deny the common people for speaking first.
Thank you. If the people carry the rest press up, if the government will fail to do the needful with the rest importers, Liberians will come and address it the way that it is to be addressed. Because the government is insensitive to the plight of the people. Now, let's take one more call and then we'll call it a day with transition. Prepare all the audience for our man. Good morning. Yeah? Yeah, morning.
I joined this unique conversation for this district. You know, it started devastating and it's just like indeed Waka came to the presidency on the day. What is the economic model these people are using? Because since the inception of this rescue nation, quote unquote, all the states and involvement in terms of governance, it has directly reduced the purchasing power of the Liberia people and subjected to what constrain what they are on the thing. So you are getting on because we expect to when the minister of information this morning that the government has intervened from this and this is why the government do respect the network. But you just want to tell that you will be having press conference. What an importer is giving is great or faith that you tell them that it is not okay. So people. So we need to build it up there in love so that we can people and some of them all the government to FSS. Look, what when you are proceeding wrong, you need to work, you need to prioritize the social living of the Liberia people. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Let's take more calls, 2 more calls there, and then
Okay, no, let's transition.
we'll be able to
Please,
transition.
let's
So-
take a break. We're taking a break to be right
Yes,
back
we
here
can
this morning.
call our cash
No,
giveaway person.
we'll do that later. Let's take this break and be right back here on the show. And this is a great song. I'm trying to get this artist who did this song. Any of you knowing this artist, please allow him. I want to get to him. And it's a very good song. You can listen this morning, and it's very interesting.
Every person. That is some beats. You got beats.
That baby, secret killings. Whosoever listening to us now, the artist of this song, I want to get his contact, and I want to. I have a gift for him, and this song will be our song on the show whenever we're taking break. And also, I want to sponsor the video of this thing, and also I will do a trip with him somewhere. Yes, this is what I love the song. And we'll take a weekend trip, we'll go somewhere out of the country. I want to say thank you to him. This is a nice song, and I will sponsor the video. How much it costs or whatsoever, I will sponsor the video, and we'll take him to the sites and let you show in the video, baby, how they kill the people, the police people kill the people in Kinjal and lots of areas. People dying, how horses are being gutted with fire since the metro over Bakada baby. Da baby. God. Yeah, corruption. Can you imagine the other one that Gregory wants to do is just a broad day bravery in terms of stealing? Can you imagine how it sounds to you, fellow Liberians? A government institution is telling another government, they say, you're credit me. I thought that the government in totality can say, okay, we'll do this and everything. The government works within the budget. They don't do anything out of the budget. And in fact, the ministry, the Liberia National Police is not a revenue generating arm of the government. They are there to use the mark. Then they say, yo, listen, man, this song a good song. Please connect us with the artists of this song. We'll do the video, we'll sponsor the video of this song. And we gave him what it takes. Me, I let it song, Bagada, baby.
No one. Rescue mission. Excuse mission. But now they're telling the loan mission now. Yeah, they do that for the plenty, yeah. Zombie.
Kosovo.
Kosovo is outside.
The government is just like, like I said, the old man came to the presidency unprepared. He continues to show his ineptitude and he continues to lead the wrong way, and to the extent he will continue to expose his limitation when it comes to governance. Fellow Liberians, here's another shocking, and it sounds funny. I want you to play the voices. Yeah. Play them in role. We will not say anything until you can play, all the voices. And when you're through playing all of the voices, then we'll go to the budget line as to how much is in the budget for the Liberia National Police and what the 2024 So we also tell you. So please play the voices.
Okay.
Question: the technical composition of this should rest more with those at the Ministry of Finance. But what I can tell you about this entire arrangement is that it's something that was presented to government. The Debt Management Committee has reviewed it. If they approve it, I have not seen the final copy of the budget. There will be a little under $1 million, I think somewhere around 970,000, placed on the line for us if it is approved. And then that, if we receive that, we'll go ahead, observe our procurement process, go to PPCC, get an authorization from them, and no objection from PPCC. Then the procurement is going to go on. But if approved, the government will be paying 15% of that amount, and the rest will be paid over 5 years.
Okay, so that's the first one.
Mm-hmm. Play all. Let the people listen to all. Y'all listen to the man.
Finance. Mm-hmm. That the Liberia National Police will be the recipient of transportation package valued around that. The package is about $5 million payable over 5 years with an interest rate that the Debt Management Committee at the Ministry of Finance, Central Bank, they're all discussing the details on that. So as far as borrowing in this cash, I can't speak to anything about it. I'm just a recipient of a package and I'm waiting for it.
The more Bravo,
yeah.
I'm just a recipient of a package and I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. Okay, let me get the third one. Yeah. All right.
I think that thing is even signed. I haven't seen the final copy of the budget to know whether it's being approved by government. But I mean, the document you have, I think it's a draft. So whatever they agreed on in their meeting will be communicated. But for now, until I can see the budget to know if they place anything on the line to support this initiative, then I'll be glad, because I know we ease most of our logistical concerns. Right now, we cannot even fully enforce because of these challenges. And if government was to even make money available in the budget for us to go ahead and do direct purchase, it would still limit the kind of impact that we need to make to be able to arrest the situation that we find ourselves in security-wise and be able to restore order in these troubling times. Thank you very much.
Play or.
If government go into private-public partnership is because, I mean, there are times that government will not have what it takes immediately to service certain things for public good. What is needed at this point in time to restore order in this place, the budget cannot compensate it. In order to be able to have police presence around to keep the very people you're concerned about in all of these matters safe. So I don't think it's all about just the dollar value. It's the greater good value that we should be looking at here. The dollar value is very important, but what is the dollar with all the people? What is the dollar with all the people? The greatest thing here is that this thing should go through the budget. It should go through the process of PPCC to meet all of the full requirements so that we can understand that there's value for money. But we need these things to be able to ensure safety and, most importantly, restore order that has been broken.
Okay, let me get the last one.
Yeah, play the last one. They will move.
It's my hope and prayer that it comes true. We desperately need it. It's my hope and prayer that it comes true. We desperately need it to be able to facilitate enforcement and be able to get this place, at some level of sanity.
We see that. Okay.
Fellow Liberians, from what I listened to from Gregory Comer, it says to me that with the number of years he worked in government, particularly in that space where he currently sits, it says that instead of him progressing in terms of learning, he's even getting worse.
Yeah.
Even the ABC student knows that government runs through a budget process.
Exactly.
The government cannot do anything out of the budget. That's the reason why when the formation of the budget is being carried out, the government looks out for the priority areas and put them in the budget. And the budget is crafted by the executive. I want to say this, and then you people need to listen. When we said bulk of the folks in the government, they are on a mission. This is what has been able to, So the government, you cannot run government on guessing. Because the government needs to work in line. So to have had the government, or to allow the government to work in line, you need to have a budget. And that budget is not crafted by the legislators. It is crafted by the very executive that Gregory Comer is placed in. So they go ahead and do the budget. The president sends the budget to the legislature for review and concurrence for onward passage. And the budget goes back to the president. And when the budget goes back to the president, because it is the president that did what he wanted, so it remains that way.
Certainly. It remains that way. And one thing that people should get to know is that government operates in order, right? There is no way that a specific amount is not part of the budget, but you are saying that you want a loan of that specific amount. No, it doesn't work like that.
No, but listen, I'm trying to make a very good point here, my sister. So the budget goes back to the president. But before the budget goes back to the president, this is how it works. All ministers, directors, head of government agencies are allowed to go and defend what is in the budget for them.
Yeah.
That the thing they call, I'll put in simple American English, they call budget hearing, where they can allow all of you. Because when the formation of the budget, the Ministry of Finance will allow the budget crafters some of the recommendations. What Greg is saying now, it should have been said when they were doing the budget.
Yeah.
That is where it shows that you understand leadership. So Greg should have asked the crafter of the budget and say, you know what? Because of the volume of issues in the country, we want the government should place 5 million, remove, even though that 5 million will be from the budget or from our money, but it should be given faster or something so that we can address some urgent issues. Then he goes to the legislature and defend it. But even to explain how he's going to use the 5 million plus, Greg is not saying anything good. But he did not do that. The budget was being sent. So here is the budget line for the police. If it is 100% correct, the 2024, we are seeing, because the budget goes to the legislature, it goes to the legislature for what? Overview, ratification, either you go defend the budget and it is being defended, they include it and everything. So the 2024 budget here for the Liberia National Police, you have $18,898,358. Right? Mm-hmm. So, but Greg is still saying that this money is small.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is what is in the budget though for the Liberia National Police. So anything, it means Greg has no right to operate outside of the budget. Anything he wants to do, what kind of idea he get, how he wants to improve the police, how he wants to deploy people in other places, he should do that within the 18 million plus. That is governance. But anything on the part of Greg to say that you will go and credit, can the police go credit money? This is what the police would do. Waiting for the approval of the budget, because it is clear that they get 18 million plus in the budget. The police can go through the PBCC and everything and take vehicles, other things, with an agreement that when the budget is passed, then the Ministry of Finance can do the payment of vehicles, logistics, and some other things that the Liberia National Police have been able to take. But Greg again come and say the 18 million plus or whatsoever that has been placed in the budget is not sufficient. So he needs another 5 million plus out of the budget. But as a credit because you pay back. Does that make sense?
And the paying back circle.
But listen, the payback.
It's not just to pay back the money.
The man said
with
the
interest.
police will pay in 5 years with interest.
Interest, you know what you're talking
about? Here are the questions. Is the police a revenue generating agency or institution?
You know how many are properly putting on taxpayers?
No. The police cannot generate money. The only thing I know that sometimes people pay for is police clearance, which is $250, or I don't know what the police usually do to generate money. The police is a law enforcement arm of the government. But Greg, you know, sometimes when you have incompetent people, this is what you get. So you get 18 million plus in the budget. You say it's not enough. But Greg, it is your first time working in government. You not know say government runs on budget. Why you think before the executive, even the president, before he spends anything, he say it should be in the budget? Or they should ask the legislature to approve. When your government took over newly, they needed to give certain amount of money that they said when the budget comes out, they were addressed. Greg, you don't understand anything, eh? Why are you acting facility? You know, but because you want to be very corrupt,
Yes.
that's the reason why you do it.
You will see that.
In fact, what capacity do you have to pay that 5 million plus? You say in 5 years. So it's like you think the police is your inheritance or that your birthright that you remain police inspector general for the 5 years.
Yeah.
You are serving at the will and pleasure of the president.
Oh yeah.
He decides whether you remain there or you leave. So if you take 5 million and misuse it, so the next inspector general that will take over will be under obligation. And not just taking over, it will be the obligation of Liberians to pay the taxes and pay the useless money. But how do we pay that money back? Then you say you need a credit, 5 million plus. In fact, I'm told they gave them 3 million before, right?
Yes, they did give them 3 million. The 3 million that was given to them. He said that.
1 million.
Yeah, he said Liberians should consider it as 1 million because the 2 million they already get class 46 and other police officers for them to pay. Who cares about that?
It says to you that the incompetence of Greg. How do you go carry out recruitment when you don't have the funds for it?
Yeah.
You know, when you do recruitment, you know what you do? You have a conversation, discuss with the Ministry of Finance, arrange a particular budget, and that budget is already there. And you go and recruit the people and get them in the budget. That's how it works. But Greg, we wait to see whether the finance minister will do that nonsense.
Yeah, that's the thing. So even you listen to him, you'll see that there are too many hitches, right?
Contradictions.
Exactly. He's not even saying what he's supposed to say. Right? Because the thing is the money on the document that was sent to you there, the money says $6.134 million, right? But he said it's still going on review, but I go about 5 million plus and we'll pay with interest and all of that. Taxpayers' money. Don't you know that if this money was to be allocated within the budget cycle, definitely they couldn't have paid with interest, right?
Yes.
So any money that is in the budget, nothing will be added to it because it's already budgeted for that particular purpose.
Sure.
So you are not paying any interest. But the fact that you will sit there and allow that kind of money, then you say for logistics. What kind of logistics you want?
So like I said, in a simple term, if Gregory Como wants, in fact, the police is very useless. We have the police there, the police people killing people.
Yeah. Then you get a great man. Simple to make a man to tell Liberian people say people will not look at the money important. But what the police will do is what they will look at. Don't look at the money part right now.
Gregory is one of the unserious young men in this law.
People shouldn't ask questions.
This young brother is very unserious. This young brother is unserious. Greg is very unserious. For you to even be brave. Sometimes when you do these things, then people question your ability at certain level, because that would be the worst thing that the Ministry of Finance will go to the central bank, because nobody wanted that money. J. Alonso Style need to have document.
Yeah.
You know where we want to take that money from? The central bank covers. Oh, but I thought the people said taking money from the central bank covers is wrong. So now Greg is saying that the central bank should give 5 because they're holding the talking. Finance ministry not get that money. So they will go to the covers of the central bank and go take 5 or 6 million plus and give to this man
for logistics.
Logistics.
Simply you killing me?
I swear to God.
And one of the people didn't say that fun we're making.
No, Greg has shown his inability.
Come here.
That's the highest level of stupidity that has been showing by Gregory Cuomo. You see, Gregory Cuomo saying, look, hear the thing.
Yeah, he
So
said,
how will the Liberia National Police generate that money?
yeah.
The Liberia National Police is not a generating arm, revenue generating arm. If they are generating money, I think I guess for internal stuff, some minor things and everything, they solely depend on the government.
Oh.
They wouldn't enforce.
Yeah.
Then you say, so it seems to you that money, you get 18,000 now. You say, I mean, you get 18 million plus.
Yeah.
You say 18 million plus. Now you're power farm with the police that you should think say, oh,
Yeah.
you want to do things out of the way.
You go credit for father
You
ministry.
don't go credit because you want to settle your power problem.
Yeah, you don't want to hear about the logistics era.
Yeah.
You're talking about logistics. Answer about logistics. He's saying the certificate. How much for police certificate?
They may say,
Yeah.
that certificate,
You find that money for?
they go like Joko.
The pocket is still, yeah.
They government really up for
Public works, they're requesting for 44 million for the road. They used 22 million on Dusty Road.
Yeah.
The police director too, they're requesting for it. Everybody just requesting. It's not even in the budget, but they are just requesting.
Yeah.
Then where we going? Low mission.
So my brother Gregory, I mean, today after the show, I'll call you. I want to ask people.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Maybe you just tell me my ear. People that hear you just tell me in the phone. Yeah. So the 18 million you get on for it, they may say not enough.
Is that
So,
enough? Yeah.
they must give you another 5 million. Knowingly, as you claim to be an educated man, you know that government works within budget.
Yes.
Then you say, you police, will credit.
They
And
say.
then you say, we'll pay back.
He said we desperately need the money. You hear me? Yeah. So if they can pass it, we
You think what they're
desperately.
doing early time, they won't get it now.
But say, that didn't make sense. Why you got justice?
Yeah.
What do you really want to do with the
So
money?
in that 18 million, they get to the 5 million you buy the just say, or what kind of break it say, or what kind of things talking about. Yeah, remember.
Say we real life, they put make you fall on that.
People
I'm
are
not
such a
laughing.
bum, man.
Seriously, if I need to prove that thing here, they are not making money out of bro.
See.
That kind of money again. Tell you want it for yourself. Tell you that bro,
Let me
I'm
say
not
this
worried
thing.
about the money.
They just finding means on the governor to remove him.
Yeah, I'm not like.
Let J. Alonso start losing on there, and Lade on serial ball to make him to go take 5 million plus for the cover of TBL.
Yeah.
And say he went by logistics or whatsoever. So the thing is as simple as anything. Great. The police now your power farm.
You paying all fire.
Any of your relatives
You be
farm.
there on the fire.
You know what happened? Spend what you have.
Exactly.
Don't spend what you don't have.
Important or not.
That's the reason why about your personal life sometimes you can get problem. You don't have something you want to spend it. So it puts you into what? Stupid life. Yes.
I like that. Seriously. Oh yeah.
But again,
That's why
so
it is
if Brad doesn't have the 5 million, you know what you will do?
Uh-huh.
You'll be employing his police people to concession companies or
Oh
that
yeah.
money.
Oh yeah.
Because that money, Greg doesn't want to use it for anything good. Because government runs on budget. You have your money in the budget, 18 million plus. The budget has been signed by the president.
Nobody taking on taxpayer. You get money to pay that money back.
Yes. Then you say, well, even though that thing but it's small, who you going to credit the 5 million plus from or the 6 million plus?
Yeah, 6 million plus.
Who you going to credit from?
You pay by
Oh,
something
you think
million.
the central bank not there? The central bank is not to credit any government agency.
It doesn't even make sense.
It is the government in totality that runs to the central bank when there's a financial crisis. You think that one institution, oh, okay, let Gregory come on, let it give it. So, listen, when the Gregory come on, LDA,
Yeah. A public will request that for that.
you need something to.
Yeah. That's how it is. Yeah.
You need something to. Because the country we need to improve it. Go. You need something to.
I like that. We need to improve that point.
Go.
We need to.
Then you need to go to LDA because zombie not kind in town. But Joe, zombie not kind in town. We need to start zombie.
Exactly.
So we need 7 million. With credit.
Oh, I said, yeah, low mission. Credit mission, low mission. Oh, yeah.
Everybody want to hear it or no. Then another company, another institution too. Okay, NSA that's security error.
Yeah.
We need to get some classified information.
Yeah.
We want 20 million.
Tell the army too.
The army, yeah.
Yeah.
The army wants to protect
Yeah.
the territorial boundaries of our country.
Yeah.
We need 15. And they born at 10.
Let me say it will pay within 5 years.
Gregory. 5 years.
You see that?
People thought that you were well educated man.
Seriously.
Greg, you ought to know
Seriously.
Mommy, you pray me not to even stay to defend the kind of nonsense.
Exactly.
That's how we Greg, you don't know the simple thing that government runs on budget?
No, the budget part, you know what he said? The budget part, then I leave that part, right? We see the money after, look at the greater good. Now that Greg talking on, let's look at the greater good, but like this way, they have for themselves, I play.
You know the mistake.
But look at the greater good.
You know, sometimes when you make mistake on certain thing, you say and regret. Then God will opportunity to come back there. You can get one in reach say that mistake, I will not do it. 6
million plus for logistics.
They get about 3 million, boss.
That's 1 million. Yeah.
So, Greg, you 3 million.
You say,
because you paid also the 2 million by there, boy.
And that is how he was talking.
And in fact, I love go to the line 07707. My man, the whole country they are on Sherry. Everybody doing their own thing. Credit union, what kind of union? They order one. Look how my man Greg talking the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Greg, you are the funniest of all. You in the worst of all in the government.
Seriously.
Mommy, you lose control. So you break it up, you're going to go credit 5 million.
Gregory looks really funny to me now.
Gregory is the newest.
He looks
the newest
comedian
on the block.
He looks really funny to me.
Yeah, we'll organize a show.
So, Prate, you know when you talk now, when you say we need 5 million, we need Prate,
They will honor something that are you kidding me?
I mean, I'm serious of you.
They may know they may not go to school. You know, say government, you get wrong government. In fact, you being controlled by the Ministry of Justice.
Let's say you lead that one.
Then you can't go and say you want logistics. Oh, the 18 million.
Yeah.
18 million.
He really desperate for it. But the desperate. Yeah.
So when you say you use the 2 million to pay the class, for
the sister, hey, you see the pay class for the sister. Exactly.
So the next day we'll have another 2-3 million no paying it. Yeah. How we running the government? Because you are very incompetent.
Yeah.
You come to the job with self-interest.
Yeah.
The only thing your police people are doing, killing the people in this country, and you say the people to give you 6 point something million. That would be the worst of all.
Yeah.
Funny looking Gregory Como. That your funny life, the people of this country will not support it. Young and funny looking young man. Let's go to the lines and take calls. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. The commercial thing I'm out of you radio, the people are laughing up on the ground.
Yeah.
The people are laughing at Gregory Kuma. But you know, the serious part is they are trying to set up a national study.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I get from it. They are trying to set it up because Ghana is tiny, but there's no reason here to get it up. So they are setting up the research. We will get them coming. You look like good job. So I thank you this morning for the show, and you have to start the studio.
Okay.
The numbers.
0770907 and the line for
0779003835. Good morning.
That's the line for Bangkok County. Good morning.
Good morning again. Good morning to you, Camara. I've been to care, and I told you from Jacob District 2. I listened to you this morning when you talked about Greg this morning. But let me say this to you.
Hossein,
He ain't talking to the issue.
Hossein, you are a very educated man. Can you run a country
Let me
out of the
speak to the
budget?
issue.
Sir, I'm just asking you, you as an educated person, can you run the country or any government institution out of the budget? I'm asking you, sir, just a simple question, man. Can you run a government institution out of the budget?
No, of course.
Okay, go ahead.
So what I'm saying to you, Cebu, there is a professional, person that works in the U.S. for over years that has a lot of experience. And let me say this to you, Cebu, the police is challenge.
So Greg is right to run. You that said it is wrong to run this. Greg is trying to credit money out of the budget. And you say it's right?
You said wrong, right? You said it's wrong.
Huh? So what's the capacity, listen now, what's the capacity of the police to pay back? What's the capacity? What's the capacity? I'm asking you now, I'm not talking about government. What's the capacity of the police to pay back? How? What's the capacity? Tell me. And don't go to another place. I'm asking you, sir, what is the capacity of the police to pay the money back?
So you want me to just respond with your friend, right? I tell you, the police have generating areas.
Okay, can you please name few of the please name few of the generating areas, please?
Fine. The police issue tickets to monitor.
But there are about 8 million plus.
Number one.
That's number one. You understand? Now we have our partner.
Why the next one? I beg you, my brother. The next one, the generating. Don't talk about partner. You're talking about generating stuff. Go ahead. No, number one. Go. Number one, the giving ticket.
Yeah.
Number two, the police clearance. Number two, police clearance. Number two, police clearance.
Yeah.
Ozi.
They have a defender.
Ozi.
Yeah.
Number two, police clearance. Why have you brother big? Yeah. I agree. Number two, anything, get places. Number two, police clearance. Big go ahead. Number three.
No way that defender to your answer.
Hello. Yeah. Good morning, sir. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. To go?
Nothing. I get my son when it comes 46 automatic complaining. You're not even taking paid yet.
Then Greg saying pay the 2 million.
My son is there. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You want to take that person? Take that person.
Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is Rufus Kokolabi's chair and speak to you from Ghana.
Okay.
Thank you for the show. Let me firstly say, the things that have been going around this kind of thinking some all around at what time. I think it's what Gregory is relying on to all of these things. But he's very crafty. And I was telling you, the thinking of bringing all these things is part of the government of Central Bank and the Unity are not careful. Before we have traveled down the house of Christmas party on them. To be very frank with you. This thing, that's something that we could not know about, and it is a trap according to the previous call. It is a trap, a complete trap, because the government is in the know, about what glory is, everything, the routine, how to follow for them, how to get home. So you wouldn't do anything to the traps guy. You have to be careful, and the wouldn't win the guy will not have a Christmas party. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Go ahead. Hello. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
My name is Martin Mado. I'm calling for District Number 3, well now.
Mhm.
See, graduate, I ain't gonna call it graduate, I'm a tested former. See, that means to generate that money. The means that generate that money is to hold the motorcycle, to start with motorcycle. I said, I sell it. Instead of money, maybe I ask them to, or another way is to go really collect market share, collect a market, and then it's time to get it for money, to share money. But I think that police get money. It's an hour about to finish for the country. So that thing content get another way to say you can say, oh, I'm getting money too. Then that's why you get money from.
Okay, thank you. Let's take another call there. Good morning. Go ahead.
This is Paul Sosa from Brazil.
Mhm.
Are you getting me?
You're live.
Thank you. I've been trying since this morning, and I was not able to get through.
I said, what if you can
You see, I want to comment on the rest issue. You see, these are the things we were talking, and then the news and then.
But excuse me, sir, we passed that already.
You know what?
The rest issue was been discussed since.
I don't get you.
We are on another discussion currently. We are talking about Gregory Coleman. He's currently requesting for a loan from the Finance Ministry of 6 million plus.
I forgot about the other issue. I mentioned very common last time asking the government to give us 5 million to the police.
Yes, it's actually 6 million plus.
When the about 2 years before, the government gave income without the budget that is set up for all ministries. They had all budget that is going to give people as a loan. This is my first time to see it. These are people that are trying to be the more educated people.
Yeah.
That is going to make a mistake on a daily basis. When you our government will give you money to pay it back in 5 years time. And that's what we were telling me that when the police come in town to steal from us, and then we go to the bureaucracy that came from to resign. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful to give the people that went around him. You don't let him that they want the money you have to go by the business. So that's my info.
Okay, thank you. Let's take another call here on the line up to 9:30, and at 9:30 we will go over to our guests in studio and be able to interact with them. But continue to play the cash giveaway. We have winners here, and we will call the winners shortly. Right after we talk to our guests in studio, we will be calling the winners. But continue to dial *799# and be able to play dial *799# and put in number 8 for Voice of Liberia, and then you'll be able to play the catch giveaway and win yourself a 2,500 Liberian dollars. So let's take the next call then. Good morning.
And he's using that money extra and talking about additional South million. It appears to me that well, the 15 million that I'm going to starting something that's done it. The 5 million is like making money to do that well. Then the government give me the 5 million. The government give me the 5 million and I'm not peaceful. That means that anywhere for that 20 million because that money is waiting for. After successfully the video that is definitely that money. You know, how many people to start making money? They think they
Okay.
Thank you. Let's without taking calls again.
Yeah.
hold all your calls. We're not taking calls again. Let's transition. But before we transition, you want to call our winners?
Let's go ahead. We'll do that.
No, but we don't have time though. We need to call the winners. Then we go to our guests.
Okay, so let's be able to call the winners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, let's get our winners quickly, be able to call them, and continue to play. It's up to 10 o'clock. Continue to play the catch giveaway this morning. Continue to play. We have few winners here, and we'll call them. And right after that, we'll be able to go to our guests on the platform.
So we have leaders of the motorcyclists. They've joined us this morning to tell us about some of the things that are ongoing. I'm told the police has not been able to do the needful, and it is giving it too many problems. They themselves will tell us about some of the things that are ongoing. So they've joined us here this morning to tell us more about that. But until then, let's try to get some of our winners. How many of them we have there?
We have 2.
Okay, let me see. Okay, so, oh my gosh. So, let's, generate more of them, so that we can have, okay, we're trying to call some of the winners. Yes, we're trying to call some of them. Okay. So we'll do it now. So let's try to. I hope they have it here. If they don't, then it is up to them. Then we'll go. The first number.
Yes.
So that we can call the first winner. I think we should be having up to 6 to 7 winners now. So we want to say you keep playing that style 79 hatch. Select number 8 and just play with $100 Liberian or 70 cents, right?
Yes.
And then you stand a chance to win $2,500 Liberian. Is this it's a cash giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
It helps. And my man was telling me the other time, are we okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them. Okay,
so
this person.
Okay, so go to the other number.
Yes.
You need to cut that.
Okay. Yes, we have about 6 to 7 winners. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's true. Yeah. So let's get them quickly. Continue to play as we bring you more winners on the platform on this morning broadcast. All right, let's see as to if we can talk to the second winner yet. Okay. It's
okay,
majority of them. Yeah, okay. I don't know why.
Go to the ones that will be on, you call them.
Yes, let me do that quickly. 53. Okay. All right. Let's try this one and see. Let's try this one and see as to if we can get this person on the line quickly and be able to move. Yes.
All the numbers are off?
I don't know. Probably it's the network.
Okay, wait.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Probably it's all the numbers be off.
Just be off in that way. Let's try this. If every one of you are off, then don't blame Mobile. Yo.
Yes, we have about 7 winners, and I said I will go to generate 10. Yeah. So 3 more. Continue to play. That's *799 hash. Continue to play. We are still generating winners.
Yes. So
you see that? I'm telling you. I don't know why.
Let's go to this other number. And fellow Liberians, you're listening, and you don't want to blame us.
And they get the money on their phone.
Yeah. So we want to call them to talk to them to see whether if we call this now and the person is off. Okay, this other number is going through. We hope we can have this person to answer. Yes, we want to get this person. This is Voice of Liberia cash giveaway. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, sir. My name is Sekou Sharif. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia.
Yeah, my name is Aaron.
Aaron, did you play Voice of Liberia cash giveaway this morning?
Yeah.
Have you received the message that you won 2005?
Yeah, I received it. Thank you.
Okay, you want to explain so that others listening will, you want to encourage other people to play too?
Yeah, I started it now hash. And
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. That is one of the winners. We hope we can get this other person. Let's try this person here. So as the more keep playing and you will stand a chance to win, you don't need to say, oh, you play, you don't win. No, play. And you will win. So we are calling winners. Shortly we join our guests that are already in studio with us. So at least let's call this, and we call it a day.
Yeah. That person
Most
number
of the
up.
numbers are off. So that's all the time we've got. Let me go to our guests. Let me say good morning to you guys. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Secretary. Good morning to Samara and the entire family of the Force of Liberia.
Okay, let me say good morning to the other. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Sherry, and good morning to our Saturdays and the Liberia-VOL.
Okay, you said good morning.
Good morning, Secretary, Samara and the entire family of Force of Liberia. And good morning to our struggling backgrounders here in Monrovia and Liberia.
Okay, it's good to have you. You want to introduce yourself, then the owner will also do the same so that people will exactly know who are you people and your various positions.
Well, I'm Chokun Virginia Bray. I'm popularly called Yellow Machine. I am the president of Supreme Motorcycle Transport Union of Liberia, a constituent union of the National Federation of Motorcycle and Transport Association of Liberia, Fonta.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, my name is Harris Samkoli, also known as Agent Red. I'm the National President of the National Federation of Motorcycle and Transport Association of Liberia, Nafonta.
Sounds good, and it's good that you guys have joined us this morning. The police came up with this regulation, and it was published that you people agreed to have this ongoing inspection or whatsoever. Where do you people stand? You as the president of all the motorcyclists in Liberia.
Thank you, Mr. Sherry. Since the onset of the regulations, we've had a series of issues affecting our motorcyclists. Some of them, even if you go to the checkpoint, and as soon as they arrive at the checkpoint, instead of police asking them to go back, they will arrest their bike and carry it to a new destination. And these are some of the complaints, numerous complaints we're receiving from our cyclists. And I know it's not a good thing for us.
When you say such, what was some of the agreements entered?
We agree that cyclists should have their helmet, they should have their bike register, they should have their reflective jacket. All of the safety measures should be put in place, including insurance. And what we are experiencing is that the cyclists, whenever they arrive at the checkpoint, if some of them have their papers from the ministry, they already register their bike, but they don't have the plate, the police is refusing to respect the flare receipt that we given to the cyclists. These are some of the issues that the cyclists are facing. Currently, they always come to our office and telling us some of the things that they are experiencing with regard to the police.
So you people agree during your conversation at that motorcyclists will use helmet, will use protective gears, will use mirrors at the two flank of the motorcycle. They will use boot or maybe slingers or whatsoever, and they will be registered. Were they things that you people agreed on?
Initially, we agree upon those things.
Okay.
But there are other things that police added that we didn't agree upon.
What did they add?
That had to do with lessons, travel lessons. And can you imagine how will you issue a motorcyclist travel lessons when you have not trained them?
Okay.
So we engage the Director of Police, Honorable Gregory Coma, and this one of the issues that we raised to him.
And what did he say? When did you people engage in? Is it the time they started or before they could start?
The time they started the enforcement.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you people engaged him, what did he say to you people?
Yeah, he told us that he's going to review whatsoever we've told him, and he's going to engage the transport ministry that is responsible for driver lessons. And I was there in the office when he called the minister, and the minister told me that today they will be talking about that, because you cannot give somebody license until the person is satisfied.
Because before you give a person a lesson, they should sit a test and they are qualified. Yeah, before
you give the lessons. So you cannot just give the lesson because of economic purpose. To collect revenue, and we can't continue making a mistake over again. You get it clear? So if you are saying that cyclists should be trained, cyclists should get acquainted with the general rules of the road. There's a need that you train them.
Did you people agree for any training for motorcyclists?
Yeah, quite recently when we visited the Honorable Director's office, we also mentioned about training, and he said that what he's going to do is the cyclists will have their training at the police academy, and when you go to the training, then before you can be issued the driver lessons. Those are recommendations.
So motorcyclists should go to the police academy
for training. For
training.
Yeah, for training. Yeah.
At whose expense?
It will be at the expense of the government.
So, you want to ask?
No, it's like a point.
Okay, so on the aspect, I'm told some motorcyclists, they've reached out to us. They said whenever they go to register their bikes, they will tell them that they will not accept their registration until they have until they do the insurance. And insurance companies are not willing to insure bikes.
In fact, we've visited a lot of insurance companies' office, and they are refusing. They only say that they can only provide insurance coverage for private bikes. But with regard to the commercial bike, they are somehow skeptical because of the risks involved. And this is the problem that we are faced with personally. So there's a need that the government do something about it.
But then why should people be denied now for getting that lesson? Because you go to the Ministry of Transport and they said the people are saying we cannot do this until you can insure them. What is it now? I'm not still getting this.
In fact, as I speak to you, if you get to the Ministry of Transport, the Ministry of Transport does not have the capacity to contain the inflow of motorcyclists that are going there to do their registration. So this is why we asked them. We asked the government to see how they can decentralize the registration. Yes, if the registration centers are decentralized, like in the Broadway belt, SKD in the Painesville belt, and even it's a number, but there are all cyclists in Sodom. Okay, so if the registration center is being decentralized, it's going to be a great help for us, because you got thousands of cyclists going to transport ministry requesting for insurance, asking for registration, asking for licenses. The ministry is now, the government is now, capacitated to contain our members when it comes to providing those services.
Why didn't you people tell all of what you're saying to the police? Because it seemed to be, I don't know, is it a witch hunt or whatsoever? Because, like you said, the Ministry of Transport, the number of motorcyclists that will go there. So instead of decentralizing, that would be very good. And then most of your members back are being arrested. What are you people doing about it?
Yeah, we also raised the issue with Gregory Coma. We told him a lot of our members are being arrested, and in fact we don't know the destination which they have carried these bikes. So that's one of the questions that we need Gregory Coma to tell us where those bikes are being taken to, because our riders, our members, will make sure that we give them the actual information when it comes to where their bikes are being taken to, and what are those things that they need to do before they can be able to.
Sir, with the way things are, it seems to be some of what you people discussed is not what the police is doing. Meaning the police is doing contrary from what you people discussed, isn't so?
Yeah, some are contrary. What they are doing is contrary.
So with all of your engagements and it seems not to be yielding results, what will be the next step?
We will continue to talk to them And there are a couple of things that we can do for government to listen to us.
Okay.
And that has to do with the first the diplomatic approach.
And which you guys are doing.
Yeah, we
but
are
it seems
doing.
not to be yielding results.
I know that they were listening because I remember when they said that if no-go zone should be declared, that even if we get all of the necessary requirements, you wouldn't even get there. But we engaged the vice president and we made a request to him that indeed there's a need for our secretaries to adhere to the certain regulations. And once they adhere to the certain regulations, they can be able to plan to do major routes that the government declare no-go zone. In fact, we agree that it's not even be called no-go zone, it should be safety compliance zone. Because no-go zone was too high.
But what I have observed cutting across Monrovia, when you have the helmet, and then maybe you have the boot, you have the safety gear, and sometimes registration will take some days. And when you tell the officers that your bag is in process for registration, or maybe the insurance companies are not willing to insure the bags, they hold the motorcyclists for it. Why should that be?
That's what I'm telling you, Chief. It is wrong. If you hold a cyclist, one motorbike you hold in this country, maybe you have put 5 or 10 family out of it. The prevailing economic situation that we find ourselves. If you just arrest a single motorcycle, you have put a lot of family out of food. And this is what we continue to engage this government in the most polite way, that they should see reason. Motorcycles should not only be the target. Motorcycles should not only be the target of this government. There are any vehicles in the street that are now wafted. They are now wafted. Some trucks, some taxis, they don't even have signal light. They don't have, that's a traffic light, they don't have it. You get it, make clear? You see, so these are some of the things that the police should also be talking about. Not only the cyclists alone. They got armed robberies going on. You see, their focus should not only be on motorcyclists alone. There are other security issues that we are faced with in this country. So if their attention is not drawn to the motorcyclists, everyday motorcyclists, you see the amount of people that are walking in the street. The people are getting to know how important motorcyclists are in this country. The contribution we are making when kind of the transport sector.
Okay, let me ask you, Trogon. You are the president of one of the sectors of the union, where you've got your own people that you lead. Now, you've received some of the complaints. You want to share with us some of the complaints you've received and what you people have been doing as to address some of the problems coming from your colleagues?
So, we have received dozens of complaints. We communicated that with the board chair of the National Federation of Motorcycle Transport Association of Liberia, Honorable Darius Colley, who happened to be the head and the board chair of all of the different the union and the federation. We told him about it, and this going Friday, he arranged a meeting with the Inspector General of Police in Liberia to raise these issues. I've been having a couple of meetings with the cyclists in Beansville and other places, and they are complaining ranging from insurance. Some of the insurance companies are telling them, you pay your money, we accept it, but you will have no benefit. I mean, who pay money for insurance with benefit, you not get benefit. So the ministry again is demanding them that they should have their insurance people before going for registration. So it's almost like they are in a bus, they can't get out. And so they have raised these issues. So we went the government office and we told him about it. The issue of insurance for us is of no use. Most motorcyclists want to insure their bike, and when you lost it, you'll be able to, get an insurance, pay for it. How many times have you seen motorcyclists when they accident like that and bring people car and the rest of it? So most of us want to insure our bike, hoping that when the bike lost, because that's a common thing that happens in our sector.
And that's the reason why the insurance companies are afraid.
So since they don't want to pay for the bike, so they are telling some of our people will take the $120 from you, but when anything happens to their motorbike, don't come to. For them it made no sense. Even if you charge them $200 to insure their bike, they don't have issue. When the bike lost, you will pay for it. Of course they will pay. But who be insure motorbike when you will not get a motorbike back when you get missing? So the children
they got in terms of insurance package.
The thing is that the insurance company on average are rejecting our people on ground that the rate there is too high. So our people are saying that they don't want to insure their motorbike. They are prepared to wear helmet. They are prepared to get the 2V mirrors, their safety boots, the reflectors. I mean, I think even in a community where the police is not chasing it, you are seeing them with these safety gear. So the issue of insurance for us is of no use. Because I mean, who want to insure their bike when they don't benefit anything?
So I think such a process should be a win-win situation. It should not be like maybe the police is just pointing motorcyclists, which we are seeing now in town. If even you made a lane mistake, the police will impound your vehicle for it. I mean your motorcycle for it. Is it what people discuss, or it should be a win-win situation where you will tell the police officers, oh, we're trying to do the insurance, but the people are saying no. They should use their own reasonable understanding and say, oh, okay, you can go, but even though you got all the protective gears and whatsoever.
So we engage them in long term because like I told you, I've been having a couple of meetings in things there in other places. The cyclists are planning a protest and got there in Pinsley and initially, the guys are angry. I mean, they are going out of business. I mean, at a certain point, they may not really listen to leader because they are the one that feeling it, not you. I mean, you may be, you can feel for the man, right? He's the one got his family at home, he got his business to get, he got school fees to pay. So I mean, you tell him, he say, wait, almost like you are joking. And so when I go there, talking to them, no problem, I know some people protest, right? Because at that time they were angry. And so yesterday we had a mass meeting where all of the different chairmen were there, and I gave them reason, I said, gentlemen, that disengage on the protest for Monday. I mean, we will still engage the government, even though I mean.
But why if the government fails to listen, particularly the police?
No, they will listen. They are going to listen.
But why? Because you've done some other engagements. It was the help of other people that got you people where you are. It seems the police doesn't want to listen. In fact, what they're doing is like a witch hunt. Because if the police is doing it with a good faith, some of the things that they are arresting, denying people access to the main streets will not be things that they will do.
So it is my hope and prayer that they listen, because
if they don't listen,
the thing is that our people are very suffering simple. You go in a community, you see the children just parking their motorbike. I mean, no traffic. Because who want to walk? Take for example, you move from your boy and Johnson. You get to YSCA and you pay motorbike man say, get me to boy and Johnson. I mean, it makes no sense. So most of the people, you can walk around at that distance, you say get on motorbike. They close in the community, they put in the checkpoints in the community, which is affecting them. And so, gratefully, like I said, they were able to listen and they let go the project that was scheduled for today. And I told them that we will engage the government because we met with the director. He called the governor of the bank,
okay,
central bank governor.
Okay,
you were able to phone to him in regards to the insurance issue. You were also able to call.
But why you call the central bank governor?
Because I think they are the one control the different insurance companies. Okay, so he called the central bank governor. He also called the transport minister in regards to the whole issue about driver lesson. Sadly, they are issuing them driver lesson instead of motorbike lesson.
Huh?
Of course, yes. Yeah, there are a lot of them that
no, but it's not supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
So we brought this issue to the director. Yeah, we brought the issue to the director, and he agreed that these points are all key points. This is something that they need to sit on the table here in the transport minister to look at it. He also promised us that tomorrow, which is Tuesday, the three authorities, the Ministry of Transport, the Central Bank Governor, as well as the police director, they are going to be making a final decision on that issue as it relates to the insurance and the travel lesson that is being issued. The next issue we raise is that the police argue that they are taking us on the road for safety, chief safety. So if you are taking us on the road and you are selling driver lesson, because I want to call it obtaining driver lesson, now I'm not selling that, right? In my mind, I'm not a lawyer, I'm pretending to be one. But it is my belief that whosoever that obtain driver lesson are knowledgeable of the road that we are using. That's why the government qualified them by giving them that driver lesson. So if you get there, people are being sure to come, but say I want driver lesson, they say it there. I mean, what is it? So
if anyone will get a lesson,
even blind man, who was on driver lesson, they will give it to you because there should be catch yourself. And the director agree with us on that. So we are hoping that because these are key issues that we are raising.
And there should be the issues to look at instead of just coming on the street, stopping you people.
Yeah, arresting back. Currently, we have over 1,000 of bags that has been arrested. And it causes.
Are they arresting these bags and turn them over to you people, or they arrest them and keep them?
They arrest these bags and keep them. We raise this issue with one of the issues that we raise with the director is that these bags have been arrested. We have no data on these bags. Come on, you arrest, for example, you arrest 50 bags from P&Z. You take this bag to an unknown destination. So the day they started the enforcement, we saw backpack how do you call the place? Where you're Fatan. That identical day, Jerry in that identical day, the entire thing, and we started taking it back and then carrying it. Some say put it, carrying it for us, we don't know. And we told it that.
And to be honest, you guys have to be aware because it's a win-win situation here. You guys are the heads of various institutions within the motorcycle union.
So we should have data on this bag because trust me, if somebody bag is arrested, and they pass through all of the different processes, get all of the document, you think to get out one single motorbike over 1,000 motorbike pack, it is a simple process. So you make it difficult. So at the end of the day, if we are not careful, our people will be losing their bags. Because
it will bring another problem.
It will bring another problem. The next thing now, the next problem is now. I mean, when they are pushed, they may not listen to us because they are respecting us because they are seeing that we have been there for them. But I mean, if our voices can be heard by the government, trust me, like I told you, I said, don't blame me because they are yes, we represent them, but they are the one that feel the real pain. They are the one that is making now that daily revenue. See the number of young people in the communities. If you go out, take a camera at the floor police station, how the police station will film a motorbike. It's causing serious problem. People are not getting the daily bread. There's a serious national issue and people can look at it. It has some security implication. And that's why we are trying the government. People say, oh, yellow machine, let them be political. No, it is not being political. It is something that is affecting our people. We represent them. It is our responsibility to speak for them. And we are calling on the government. The issue of insurance is of no use. I tell you for free, Seku. The issue of insurance is of no use to us. We don't want to insure.
The police is being very unreasonable.
Right? The issue of our insurance is of no use. The issue of our driver lesson is of no use. We don't want
a motorcycle be having driver lesson.
That's why the
price of a cycle should be a little bit reasonable.
$15, $10. Because when you
driver lesson is sold for how much do you pay for?
Okay, driver lesson is being sold for $45. Can you imagine? In fact, if you look at the driver lesson, they are issuing our cycling chauffeur, and at the back of the driver lessons, you will see category A, B, C, and D. And D is for motorcycle. You get me clear? So what's the cost value for category D?
It is not there.
It's not there.
Hey man.
You see the way our cyclists are suffering in the hands of these people? It's wrong. Sheku. And you can't keep pushing someone against the wall or again.
So I continue to ask you before I go to the lines because of no time. I understand what you guys are going through. It hurts. And it seems to be that you guys are trying to be very peaceful, but the police is still pushing you people. Look at what you people are saying. Instead of them to allow you to go and get a lesson for motorcycle, they're giving you a driver lesson.
Yeah, driver lesson.
That is like, let them use them anyhow you want to use
Oh, yes, yes.
They want to extort money from you. Yeah. That's another mean. And then they're forcing you to go do insurance. Fair enough that insurance companies are saying they don't want to do it. But they're still binding you people to do it.
Yes.
With all these things, at the end of the day, you people make all the necessary efforts to have the police to understand and see the need to address this issue if it fails.
Sebu, let me be clear with you. If all of our effort fails, there's another option. We will sue this government. Let me be clear. Government, let me tell you, government can be sued. We will sue this government.
Okay.
We're not even suing the police. We will sue the government for what they are doing to us. You get me clear?
Because
we want to be very, we want to be very diplomatic. If you calculate the package for the particular regulation, it's $230 from license, insurance, the registration, the refunded jacket, payment, $230.
I think in this case, you guys should have handled it bit by bit. For example, the government say, you know what, all motorcycles should be in compliance with handbag and boot for 3 months. Then give you that 3 months, you work on it.
Yes.
Then another 3 months say jacket, registration, or so that it will be very clear. It should not be like a witch hunt.
Simple. Our cyclists are saying that they're able to buy their jacket, their helmet, and do their registration at once.
Okay.
But with regard to the insurance and the driver lessons, government should do some adjustment when it comes to that.
And that's fair enough.
That's fair enough, Chief. And this is why our cyclists continue to tutor our office. And let me tell you, the way the cyclists were looking yesterday, we continue to talk to them. We will continue to talk to them that they should not be violent. We will always use the diplomatic means.
Yes.
Because there are other people that are insympathetic with us.
Yes.
That if we take the radical approach, sometimes someone will be affected. And we don't want that to happen. You get me clear? So what we're going to do, Chief, we will use the diplomatic approach. If that fails, we use the legal approach against this government. We use the legal, and I know clearly if we sue this government on some of the things that they are doing to us with regard to insurance and our driver lesson. I know we'll win the government.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to the line. So we're going to take just 5 calls, nothing more, nothing less. 0770 907 907 0770 907 907. The line for those of the people in Bangabon County.
0779-003-835, 0779-003-835. That's the number for Bangabon County.
We're just going to take 5 calls. Just 5 calls is what we're going to take this morning here on the show. And then we'll move ahead. We have a song we'll continue to play. Morning. Yeah, morning. Oh, sorry. We can't continue with you. You came in very bad. Good morning. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Let me take this person here. Hello. Yeah, morning. Let's take another person here. Morning. Go ahead, let's hear you. Okay, thank you. The last call. Good morning. Okay, sorry. Let's take the call from Banga.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Go ahead.
Yes, my name is John Tijakbalo from Banga.
Okay.
I'm really thinking about this government because this motorcycle issue, I don't know how they are really doing it because every day they are embarrassing the motorcyclists and it was the same motorcyclists that brought them to power. I don't know, they can't handle this thing. Why not incompetent government report to power so? When issue is arising in our country, there is no way to target it. But they can get solved this thing, like motorcyclists were about doing their business. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Let's wrap up, gentlemen. Let me say thank you and let's wrap up. We hope those are always open to you people. You guys know.
And so, Sekou, I want to say thank you for the opportunity provided to us to speak on behalf of our people. We are asking the government to pay attention to the issue of insurance. For us, it's of no use to us. We continue to say this. Nobody pay money for insurance where they will not benefit from that insurance they pay for. We don't want insurance. Insurance of no use. Even some of the people that have their vehicles that pay for the insurance, they are complaining that whenever they got issued, the insurance company don't come there. What more about motorcyclists? And even the very insurance company that the government is saying our people to go and insure, they are rejecting them. So I don't know where are we. So the government need to see reason to forget about the whole insurance issue. The next thing is about the driver lesson. The driver lesson again is of no use. The thing is that we should be trained. Every driver that obtains driver lesson must be qualified by tests provided by the Ministry of Transport. I don't know whether that law is not existing anymore. Okay, so they can't just be to just get money and say you can't buy lesson plate. No, lesson plate should not just be about revenue generating. It should be a prerequisite. There should be some system put in place for our people to be trained. We qualify them to obtain this driver lesson. The next thing is that some of our friends who have started the process, some of our motorcycles who have started the process, they are getting a lesson, they are getting the lesson plate. They got two helmets, they got a V mirrors, they got their reflective chargers and things. At least we are asking the police. If when the men are starting the process, the issue about insurance and child lesson, the men back can be arrested. And what we are seeing in the street is almost like, I mean, we don't want to say it, but we are asking the government to say, we can be arresting somebody that about you, at least all of 10 steps, the men go on it. Just tell you, the men come to you and say, oh, chief, the issue about insurance, I'm getting married. You arrest a man motorbike. Well, all you even want to you arrest a man motorbike. The next thing is that we are calling on the police that have to please make available the data of motorbike that he arrested, those locations of the places he arrested the back from. Because we don't want for us to finish with it and no go soon or why they call it no safety measure issue for those that have a poor motorbike been getting missing. So the body people are riding, they credit it for the bad dealers. So we don't want for our people, instead they talk, while they're discussing getting on the road to get a daily prayer, then the next one will get on here, how their motorbikes started getting missing. We are asking the government to please see reason to look in this direction. We don't want to be seen as people who just want to cause instability in this country. We believe that Liberia should be peaceful, but the government should not push us to the wall. Our people are really suffering. You go in the community, you see what the children going through, and it's not easy. We don't want people to say, oh, yeah, we should ready again to put motorcycle together. They are our people, and we are answerable to them. We stand by them, whatever decision they take. We are asking the government to be listening to our people. It is not easy.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go conclude, Omen.
Yeah, thank you ever so much, Sekou, for affording us the opportunity to come and talk for the voiceless, that is the motorcyclists, talk for our people. Sekou, if you just calculate 25 US by 300,000 motorcyclists, you'll be annually, government will be receiving around $7,500,000 just for registration alone. You get me clear? So cyclists are contributing to the growth and development of this country here. So what we're telling this government is to see reason to see how best they can relax the lessons, driver lessons, and all of the insurance. We are willing, our cyclists are willing to get a reflective jacket and all of the safety gears that you talk about, you think about, that they can be able to use to go to the safety compliance zone. So, and I'm also talking to our cyclists. Continue to remain calm, our cyclists out there. Remain calm. We will continue to talk on your behalf. Don't take into the streets or to carry out any kind of violence that will undermine the peace and stability of our country.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That was all the time we've got to be here, Samara. We need to go.
Certainly, we have to go. We will talk to you guys on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Thank you very much. And so tomorrow we'll be back here. And this is a song you need to enjoy yourself with. We want to say thank you to all of our listeners in and out of Liberia for listening to us this morning. My name is Sekou, and I'm Sekou Cherif. Inshallah, we'll be back here tomorrow.